But on Manchester United, we have one more big story to mention. If you're following me on all the platforms, and also here on YouTube, of course, I told you that Manchester United, after the striker, wanted to try to find a midfielder on the market. And that remains the case, because Manchester United, in the recent hours, have approached the camp of Carlos Baleba, the top midfielder from Brighton, to tell them that they have a serious interest in the player. Now, this deal is very difficult. All people involved in the story see this deal as very difficult because Baleba is a top player for Brighton. Baleba is a crucial player for them. Brighton don't want to lose the player. Brighton want Baleba to stay and to be a crucial part of Fabian Hutzler's squad for the upcoming season. And also to sign a player from Brighton with almost 20, 23, 24 days to go till the end of the window is not something easy. The price will be very high, so very complicated deal. But my job is to tell you what's going on, what's happening, and not what's going to happen, because I can't predict the future. And so now what's happening is that Manchester United approached the camp of Carlos Baleba and told them about this interest. More on this. Brighton don't want to lose the player, so it's going to be very tough, very difficult. More than difficult, probably. At the same time, from player side, they didn't receive a no. So Baleba didn't say, no, I don't come to Man United because you don't have European football, because of this, because of that. No. Carlos Baleba didn't close the doors to Manchester United. They are aware, from those close to Carlos Baleba, that Brighton don't want to lose the player. So it's going to be very difficult. Again, very, very difficult. But Baleba didn't close the doors to Manchester United, from what I understand tonight. So Man United interest in Carlos Baleba is genuine. The approach is 100% confirmed. Now, with Brighton, we all know how difficult it is to negotiate. Imagine, in a few days, the Premier League will start, and so it's going to be even more difficult. And also, at the moment, is seen by all parties as a complicated deal. But it's showing the ambition of Man United. After Mateusz Cunha, after Brian Mbeumo, and soon Benjamin Sesko, they want an important midfielder, and they are trying for Carlos Baleba. So Manchester United are going for a midfielder. Baleba is their dream target. I can add to this that probably you remember, if you're following the channel, subscribe, remember, that when I told you in November, Ruben Amorim is coming to Manchester United, they are having the first meetings with the people at the club. In those first meetings, when Amorim started to set his idea for the players he wanted to sign for the future, it was not about specific names at the time, obviously, but specific skills, yes. The word he was repeating the most in these meetings with Manchester United management was intensity. We need to bring in players with intensity. And Carlos Baleba is seen as the perfect player by Ruben Amorim for his midfield. Then, again, difficult, very difficult, but today we mentioned this. We will see what's going to happen next. But on player side, he didn't close the doors. Then, with Brighton, it's going to be a very long, high wall, and so not easy at all.
Manchester United have officially opened negotiations to bring highly rated midfielder Carlos Baleba to Old Trafford, with club sources confirming that initial discussions are already underway. Reports emerging from trusted outlets suggest that the Red Devils have identified the Brighton star as a priority target to strengthen their midfield options ahead of the next transfer window. United manager Ruben Amorim is said to be a huge admirer of Baleba's energy, ball-winning ability, and tactical intelligence, seeing him as the ideal fit for his evolving system at the Theatre of Dreams. According to Fabrizio Romano, Manchester United have initiated the first steps of the deal, with talks progressing positively between the club and Baleba's representatives. The 20-year-old has impressed in the Premier League, with his combative style and composure in possession, quickly earning a reputation as one of the most promising young midfielders in English football. It is believed that Manchester United's recruitment team has been tracking Baleba for months, with detailed scouting reports convincing the club's hierarchy to make their move. Brighton are expected to demand a significant transfer fee for their talented midfielder, but Manchester United are reportedly prepared to meet a valuation that reflects his potential and long-term value. Baleba himself is understood to be open to the move, with sources close to the player indicating his excitement at the prospect of playing Champions League football with one of Europe's biggest clubs. If the deal is finalized, Baleba would join a growing list of young, dynamic players brought in by Amorim as part of his vision to rebuild Manchester United into a title-challenging force. Negotiations are set to continue in the coming days, and Old Trafford insiders believe a breakthrough could be achieved sooner rather than later, paving the way for an official announcement.